a leadership award, and, you know, and everybody was telling me how much they loved me, including me. And but I got film on that boy. I could get him in trouble with everybody if I wasn't a gentleman. I was telling folks about, you know, when I met Vince when he was 19, and I met him on the stage of the Troubadour in Los Angeles, and we became fast friends. Actually, I walked in, he was singing a song of mine, and it sounded so good I didn't recognize it, that it was my song. Then later I said, "Oh, man, what do you mean singing that song so good? Now I can't do it anymore." And so we started working together a lot, and I was telling the folks about the time. I'm not proud of this, but it did happen. We got drunk on margaritas in Hollywood. I lived in the Los Virgenes area, out in going up the coast in California, and he lived in Thousand Oaks. So we raced about 35 miles. You know, about 2 o'clock in the morning, drunk out of our minds. We could have killed somebody, and you know, just lucky we didn't. I'm not proud of that one, but I was proud that we were in Montgomery, Alabama one time, and we said, "Let's go see Hank Williams' grave." So we got a cab driver to take us out to visit Hank Williams' grave. And he kept saying the funniest thing that's become something that's stuck with us. He'd go, "Now quote me if I'm wrong, but I think..." So now quote me if I'm wrong, but I think I know that's wrong. Anyway, we were making this record, and Vince came over my house, and we were supposed to be writing songs for this record we were making, because we're supposedly the songwriters. And you know, it was one of those days we sat there and nothing was happening. Finally, Vince said, "We're funny, aren't we?" God, I hope we are. No, he is. So he said, "My dad gave me the title of the song." He said, "Told me if I didn't write it, I didn't have a hair, you know, where." And so I said, "Man, I'm in." So we spent the afternoon laughing and thinking we were funny, and my wife Claudia comes in, you know, perfect time. We just finished it. We're all puffed up with our new song. She walks in and says, "What are you boys up to?" So we wrote a new song. You want to hear it? She said, "Sure, I want to hear it." So we play her a new song, and she said, "That's nice," and walks out of the room. Nonplussed. So Vince gathered up his stuff and said, "I'm going home." I said, you go home. So I stomped around for a little while. I said, "Okay, we're going to have this out." So I went into the bath, and Claudia jumped in the shower, and the steam's going, everything. She's in there, and she's singing her song. You know, remembered it, singing it, her heart out. And Claudia, you liked her song. So we made this record of it, and Vince swears it was my idea that we make this video where we dress up like women.
I'm seeing it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the video, don't try to imagine it. I don't think it was my idea. Anyway, I showed up early, you know, to the makeup trailer, and the makeup lady there says, how would you like your makeup?" "Well, I'm in a miniskirt and high heels, and they got me busted out to here with a blonde wig, you know." And I thought, "Well, make me look like a drag queen." You know? Okay, so she's like, "Yeah, I'll make you look like a drag." So she made me look like Betty Davis's old aunt on crack. I mean, I'm looking rough. I had some knockers out there, you know. So Vince walks in. He's an old pro, you know, veteran of television, you know, and makeup lady says, "Mr. Gill, how can I make you up?" He says, "Make me look pretty." Well, girls, you know, we all know that women dress for other women, so, I mean, immediately that made me mad. I knew how ugly I looked, and I said, well, I'm gonna look pretty too. And, you know, it's time to start shooting. No, we can't change your makeup. He's gonna look pretty. Well, so, you know, I think I have an affinity, you know, I've always prided myself being in touch with my feminine side, but I really got my comeuppance with it on this day because there's about a 40-yard walk to where the first scene was to be shot. There's a crew of about 50 men, and I walk in my miniskirt and my high heels and my breasts, and I'm walking down that, and nobody checked me out. Yes, I know how it is now when you put on your very best and nobody's checking you out. No fun. So I'm solid with you on that from now on. Well, so that video came out and it was a disgrace and on the record. And if you like it, keep it to yourself. But I got a phone call from my daughter and she's, you know, not coming to the point. I said, what is on your mind? And she said, okay, Dad, you're the ugliest woman I've ever seen. Don't I know it? Well, this is our song. I sang this last night. It seemed to go over well with a rich crowd there rattling their jewelry. She used to call me baby. I thought she was such a lady. But my, how things have changed since times moved on. I'd have given her my last dollar, but all she'd do is holler. Oh, my life has become a country song. I've learned she can't resist me by the way she always disses me and comes to bed at night with that cold cream on. Sometimes I might feel frisky, but these days it's just too risky. It's hard to kiss the lips at night that chew your ass out all day long. All day long. It goes on and on. If a tree fell in the forest and she didn't hear it, would I still be wrong? I guess I should admit it. She ain't never gonna quit it. It's hard to kiss the lips at night that chew your ass out all day long. So we made our little record and had our fun, and then I heard it one day and I said, oh man, we missed the perfect opportunity. Right about here in those great country records that were made in Nashville in 1958, 1959, and 60. On your mono stereo. The heavenly choir was swooped down out of heaven with one of those. Wish we should have been on your way. I'll tell you why I think we should have. Because it dawned on me that Anita Carr or whoever was delivering code, and what it meant was ignorant hillbilly about to speak. Her eyes used to be so blue and shiny. But my God, what's happened to her hiney? Man, that thing's gotten big enough to land a small